EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. The house that Mr. Palmer built, Bay Hill Club and Lodge, nestled in the heart of Orlando, Florida. This course plays host to one of the great tournaments on the PGA Tour schedule, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo here today, bringing you all the action from today's round at Bay Hill. And let's go down to the first. Starting to round the turn now. 72 holes, it's a lot of golf. Third round about to get underway.
Yeah, played well through the first 2 days. Very much in contention. But it's still a new day.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, it's straight at it.
Excellent opening tee shot. That ball right in the fairway. Now the approach here at number one, Frank, what's he looking at?
A nice high, soft landing second shot would be ideal here. There's a little bit of a ridge in this green. Don't really want to be going long here. Those two bunkers, never easy coming out of those and downhill.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you think, cleaning up here for par.
Good effort and a good par putt. Back to the action here at the second and a par three. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course it all slopes to the left.
Chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding putt.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the par four third, picturesque and difficult hole, Frank.
It might be picturesque, but it's certainly not for the faint of heart. This is going to take your best swing.
Water all down the left side.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly. Get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
done. 561-yard par 5 fourth. Frank, a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit. So if you had a good drive in there and you're going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, Nate's eagle makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
Frank, at the 4th, we pulled the hammer out. Here, maybe it's a scalpel?
Well, it just depends. A little trailing breeze. A drive is not always a bad play here. 367 yards to the front. There's a little kick forward. So, wind behind your back, almost worth a go.
Drivable par 4. Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. It's a good-looking putt right here. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. Now to the 5th hole. Off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you see two different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, our featured player, a bit wobbly of late. This is an important approach shot.
It is. Time to just hit the brakes, do a little reset. Things aren't completely lost yet. Start to get back to that positive frame of mind.
Good-looking shot right here. Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back eagles, but it certainly is something to watch.
Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards and there's no water.
Yeah, it's not as long as the second, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
Appears to be tracking well. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, how about the 8th par 4 one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
Beautiful looking shot right here.
Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, as we look at the approach shot here at the 8th, no doubt a player would be happy to walk out of here with a par.
Well, no doubt about that at all. Really, you want to judge your second shot to land somewhere in the middle of this green. Don't really want to be messing with the front. If you have a little look, you'll see why.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee. But the hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left, and yet the green goes the other way.
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Frank, you want to make the turn in style? We're here at the 9th. The approach shot, and what are we looking at?
Big green, one of the biggest on the golf course. This hole's changed a lot with equipment over the years, so long iron, even a mid iron for some people, to a very generous green. Just pitch it on the front third, and you'll be having a birdie putt here at 9.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. A birdie. Back in Orlando, Florida at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, getting set for the second 9. Frank, how do you get off to a good start?
Well, Rich, it's one of the shortest par 4s really at Bay Hill. 3 bunkers, but as long as you avoid those, it's a great birdie opportunity.
Tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a line like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. That's how you keep a round going, making from that distance. Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the 3rd hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350-plus yards. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and here's a good chance to make another one today. And getting ready for the putt. Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it.
That is a heat-seeking missile. Look out. 325 yards and in the fairway. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Pure strike. Good result.
And that is close.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, dude, that's an eagle. Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's a par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down. 250 off the tee, leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over-ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie and the gap even wider.
And sensational performance. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
I like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy.
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
And he's made it onto the green. He's made it. Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. Well, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Now the approach shot, par 4, 15th hole. Frank, break it down.
The green narrows up the further back you go, so the most generous place to land the ball is in the front half of this green. It's also the flattest section of the green. He's safely on deck.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Score that a birdie. Frank, we know at Bay Hill, the finishing stretch allows a player to make some things happen. You can make up some ground, par 5, 16th. How realistic is birdie or even eagle?
Well, this is where it all starts, and you're right on the money here, Rich. Good tee shot, you can be looking at 3 or 4. Bad tee shot, 6 or 7, and the round goes horribly wrong because you've got 17 and 18 to come.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Still from 141 yards out, it's a green light special. It is the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Arnold's summer home is actually in western Pennsylvania, Latrobe Country Club. That's where he grew up. He came to Central Florida in the 1970s and fell in love with this piece of ground. He bought it, and he's grown it ever since, and now it is host to one of the premier stops on the PGA Tour. Big, strong golf course. You have to really be a good ball striker and generally one of the longer hitters to be successful around here. Frank, deep into a round, par 3 17th, water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18.
This one has a chance to be close. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Really solid stroke.
2008, Frank, Tiger made that 25-foot putt right here at the 18th, final round to beat Bart Bryant by a shot. Then again, for a second straight year, he birdied this hole to defeat Sean O'Hare.
Yeah, he's had a similar putt there at least 3 or 4 times, actually, to win the event. And he's been one of the few players to read it correctly. Oh, it's fine.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Frank, this is the moment of truth. In so many rounds here at Bay Hill, the second at 18.
The best way to put it is it's the most rewarding second shot you'll get on Bay Hill relative to the rest of the people playing.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That is classy.
No chance of going in.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Orlando Classic.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Now the approach here at number one, Frank, what's he looking at?
A nice high, soft landing second shot would be ideal here. There's a little bit of a ridge in this green. Don't really want to be going long here. Those two bunkers, never easy coming out of those and downhill.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now. Well read.
Back to the second hole here at Bay Hill, Frank, long par 3.
And that green slopes so much from right to left, so you can actually use the contours of the green here.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Now to the par 4 third. Picturesque and difficult hole, Frank.
It might be picturesque, but it's certainly not for the faint of heart. This is going to take your best swing.
Water all down the left side. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
He just pushed it.
Oh, that hurts. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. 561 yard, par 5 fourth. Frank, a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit, so if you had a good drive in there and you're going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Fourth hole is the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
Very scoreable. 2 bunkers down the left, the first of which takes 330 yards to get it past that.
Definite birdie hole, maybe even a chance for Eagle to really jumpstart the round.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That'll leave him with a good birdie opportunity, only about 10 feet away. That's a good shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the par 5-6 looks like an enormous carry over the water. What if you're not one of the bigger hitters?
Well, then you've really got to aim at those 2 bunkers, right in between them on the right side, Rich. It becomes very much a plotter hole because even the layup becomes important. This par 5, you've then got to attack it with a wedge.
What a tremendous display of power and precision. And his second shot with the par 5. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Just a couple of feet. Oh, yes, that's an eagle. Moving on now, Frank, we're at the par 3 7th hole. What's the challenge here?
Really, the high ball hitters have an advantage here. Just try and carry it in the middle of the green.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
This would be nice. Birdie on the card. See if he can make it. Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th, and Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Oh, he loves that one. You can see it. This one is high, it is deep, and it is gone. Second shot. Good look at the green. shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
So they'll tap in. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter.
Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4, and Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee. The hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left, and yet the green goes the other way.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 9.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Birdie try again here today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just a beautiful day here in Orlando, Florida. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge getting set for the back 9. Frank, how do you get off to a good start?
One of the few dogleg rights. This is a hole that you don't want to overthink on it. If you can carry that bunker on the right, just go for it.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back 9. Second shot, Frank, now to the par 4 10.
Have to look, first of all, which quarter of the green that the flag is, because this 10th green really is 4 different quarters. As long as you're keeping that second shot in that little area, then 10 will certainly reward that second shot.
Good looking shot right here. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
This for birdie. And he has it for birdie. Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. 2 bunkers down the right, they always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Continuing to play well, a birdie. Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's a par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down, 250 off the tee, leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over-ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa. Oh, that's fine.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
He's made it. Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green.
Appears to be tracking well.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
At the 15th hole now at Bay Hill, this is a massive dogleg, Frank.
Yeah, if you're a Bubba Watson type player and you can move the ball around, you can move it left to right, that'll certainly help the tee shot. If you're average Joe, though, just hit it down the left. Take your medicine.
Just blasted that tee ball, Frank.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Try up next. Played par yesterday. This one for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, Frank, it always seems to come down to this: your work on the putting green.
And there's so many things to consider, but first and foremost, speed. If you hit a putt firm, it's going to take less break. You hit it soft, it's going to take more break.
That's in the fairway. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Just a sensational shot, and he will have that for an eagle.
Amazing. Just like that, pick up 2 on the field.
Just a little tap in here. And he's made it for eagle. Frank, par 3 17. Daunting shot. What are you thinking as you step onto this tee?
Just make 3. 2 is a huge bonus. Take 3 in a heartbeat.
Well, this could be good. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Some tester from 4 feet.
Well read.
Frank, this is a stout finishing hole, the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah, it finishes that great run of 16, 17, and 18, and so many times we've seen disaster and triumph just on those final 3 holes.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here in the final hole. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
To win the Orlando Classic. He's made it. Just a great putt and a great win. Frank, how'd you like to be a rookie? You're going up against, at the time, the greatest player in the game, the great white shark, Greg Norman, and you hole a 7-iron to win a tournament?
Well, all you had to do was look at the expression on Norman's face as that ball landed and went in.
What did he hit there?
7-iron.